How's it going, everyone? Back with another exciting EverQuesting adventure. Look, I want to introduce you guys to my Bard 8-track. Isn't that an awesome name for a Bard 8-track? You guys remember 8-tracks? I mean, they were like a little before my time, but I definitely remember my parents having one in the car with those old freaking block things. It's kind of like a cassette. It was before the cassette. Yeah, 8-tracks. I thought it was a great Bard name. Anyways, I want to introduce you guys to my Bard, who is level 58 now. Yeah, crazy. Bards level extremely fast, guys. I faster than any tune by far. Like you can just blast up to 50 in like honestly a couple days. It does not take that long if you know all the spots to go. Which I should have made videos while I was swarming, and I did make like ones that just weren't that great, and like stuff was happening and there was like raid pops, and then it just, yeah, I just wasn't. I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna go back and show you guys each of the spots on where to go at what level. I think that's what I'm gonna do. But today, let me show you where I'm at right now. This camp will take you from, I think you can come here at 50 if you want to. I stayed in Burning Woods because Burning Woods I could pull like 80 mobs at a time. But around 53ish or so, or 54ish, Burning Woods, it starts to green out. Maybe even before that, and this is the next place that you come around like 53ish or 54ish. We are out in Timorous Deeps. We are at the Raptors. If you can see where it's at on the map, it's way down here south, and I still have 9 minutes until it pops, and I just want to show you guys how it's done, the lay of the land, clear up some misconceptions about this place and about Raptors. But so let's start first with I'll do another video too on like hotkeys and stuff like that for Bard. But if you don't know this, have these macros set up for each of your songs that have stop song, cast whatever song it is, and then hide corpse all. Hide corpse all is the most important one because as the swarm starts dying, corpses are all over the ground, and you will click. If you do not have this on, you will click and you will loot, and you will stop dead in your tracks and die. And I know because I've done it. So this is very, very vital that you have some sort of a hide corpse all macro. I just have it bound on my songs, so when I'm cycling through each of my songs, A-wing stuff down, it just automatically hide corpses. Yeah. So let me show you the island. There is the big island here, and if you're familiar with this place, you'll know exactly where I'm at. But there is this big island here, and then over here to the east is a smaller island. Now, one raptor pops here, so I usually, after I'm done with the swarm, I come right here, and here is where I AFK and wait. And then I pull this raptor, and then I run around. Here, I'll show you on this map. So right here, I pull that raptor, I run around, pull everything, and then come up around like this and pull all the raptors, and then I swarm like right here. I'll show you guys in a sec. Yeah, so this is where I started. It's 12-minute timers on these guys, which it kind of reminds me of quadding. I can go out, do a pull. It's very quick pulls here. It is 15 raptors in total. It's still at 58. The experience is dying off a little bit, but it's still really, really good. It is bonus weekend right now. I'm getting about 5% a pull. If it wasn't bonus weekend, I'd probably be getting 3, which is still 12-minute timers, about 15 minutes total to round everything up and kill it all. That's still good at 58. So yeah, so 12-minute timers. Like I was saying, it kind of reminds me of quadding. I go out, I grab my 4 mobs. In this case, it's 15, and then I round them up, I quad them down, and I can come AFK for 12 minutes and take a break or whatever. And that's one of the things about barding in the earlier levels and like Burning Woods and Dreadlands is some of the pull times. It's like 25 minutes to pull, and then 5 minutes to kill everything. So that gets really tiring. Here, it's like a 3-minute pull, 5-minute pull or whatever, and then you can kill everything. I really like it. Now it's not as much experience, it's having 80 mobs, but still, it's awesome. It's great. So let me show you guys around and how I would do it. Essentially, you have one that pops here, and then I just cruise around like this. Oh, God, I love how fast the bards are. It's freaking awesome. I just drag all the raptors, and you're going to come around. And I think there's six over on this island, I think. And then you run over to this island here. And this is the main island, and I'm going to show you where I swarm around. And I'm going to show you guys how to lock in your strafe. I'll show you that too, because that's really, really important. But then essentially, I would just loop up around here, grab everything, and I kite them around these trees right here. I do circles. So that's kind of how the pull is. As you can see, it's not like a big area. It's quick. If you've ever barded before and you're up in your 50s and you've never done it, come check it out, because it's freaking awesome and it's just quick pulls. But yeah, so before we talk about locking in strafe, let's clear up a misconception that I've heard since I've been playing this game on the I've been playing this game for like 3 years or more, right? Raptors are fast. This is not true. Raptors are the same speed as normal mobs in the game, but their aggro radius is just big. They have a big aggro radius, and I think it has the perception of looking fast because when you turn around, there's 2 raptors who are biting you because their aggro radius is so big. So people are like, oh my god, they're so fast. This is not true. They are not faster than strafe. You can turn off all speed buffs, everything, and strafe kite these guys. And I don't think a lot of people know this. And how did I figure it out? When I go swarm a new place, I kind of test, okay, how fast are the mobs, what are their hitboxes, and blah blah blah. So here I just pulled over on a small island. I just pulled like 3, and I'm like, oh, wait a minute, they're not faster than strafe speed, because I was like, oh god, this is gonna be terrible. Like, I'm gonna have to snare and then run speed songs, and it's just, I like mobs that are not faster than strafe speed, because it just makes it so much easier to do it. So guys, misconception, this is raptors are fast. That's not true, and I'm going to show you guys in a minute. One other thing to note here is that there is a named raptor that pops here, and I have not tested his hitbox. I just charm him and send him into my swarm if he does pop, because I'm going to start getting pops soon. So let's go back up to my start point. God, I love how fast they are. It's so fun, guys. If you don't have a bard, you got to try one. Yeah, so there is a named that pops, and I have not tested out his hitbox. He's the same speed as all the other raptors, which is normal speed. It's just I haven't wanted to test his hitbox, because if his hitbox is too big, then I'm going to get stunned and I'll die. And getting him like alone in order to test it is too difficult, because he's around a bunch of raptors, and their aggro radius is like from here to freaking, it's like 87,000 miles long. But yeah. So with him, if he's up, I just charm him and I send him into the swarm. He's pretty rare. He doesn't pop that much, but you will see him if he pops. Don't worry about it. You can either test it on your own, which I'm too scared, because dying out here sucks. For getting a res out here sucks, and getting back here sucks. So I have not died here yet, knock on wood, because it's so easy here. But yeah, for me, if the name pops, I just charm them and I send them into my Swarm. Let's go over. I have a minute and 10 until full repops. When you're starting out, like I've seen quite a few videos or instructionals, and it's not everybody has their own play style, but where like only one song is played, you have to learn how. You'll start off with chords at level 2, and then you get denins. I think it's 18, and then the cello's chords is like 39ish. You have to play all your songs when you get them and swap instruments. It makes a huge difference on your damage. Like it's not at the lower levels you can get away with it. Just playing denins, throwing on a horn, you can get away with it. But as you get up to like your 40s and 50s, you have to swap instruments and practice when you're in your teens and 20s, and then when you get up to this level, it's no big deal. But anyways, we're about to get pops, so let's go ahead and get my Dark Elf Illusion on. I got the Mask of Deception and Lower Guck, and I was extremely lucky. I got it on the first cycle. Yeah, it's pretty cool. I do have J-Boots. I think J-Boots are really handy on a Bard in case something happens and your speed happens to drop. At least you're not, you always have J-Boots or something. And it's a good junk buff too. Anyways, let's go ahead and let's get started. So again, I come down here to this guy and I pull him, and then I come over to the small island and I just do a loop around, pull them all in. Easy peasy. This place is awesome. It's so easy here. And try not to let them get too close, because if they stun you, then it hurts and it's not good. And they claw you. See, like look, it looks fast, but it's not fast. It's just their aggro radius is huge. Another thing to watch out for too is the trees. Watch, because bards are extremely fast, and it's easy to run into trees. Turn off your auto duck too, because sometimes I've almost died because I've like hit a tree and you'll like duck. So turn that off. But as you can see, I loop around here, and now I'm gonna kind of wait here for a minute so I don't leash the raptors. And here they come. I should be fine. Alright, let's go over here, and then we're going to pull all these guys. I don't see the named up right now, which, as I said, he's pretty rare, but he definitely does pop. And then I just loop around here, and make sure you tag this guy. I have missed him. Oh, crap. I have, there has been like once where I did not see him, or I thought I pulled him, and yeah, and I got close, and I thought I pulled him. I don't know he was there, and then he came up and stunned me, and I almost died. Or, they come up and bash you or whatever. All right. So, there we got him all rounded up. I'm going to go ahead and drop my tracking screen. And I'll show you a cool little trick with tracking screen at the end of this. When I'm swarming, I might stop talking because it takes a lot of concentration. Well, come on, you guys know me. It takes a lot of concentration. It takes a lot of brain power to freaking pull crap like this off without me panicking. Oh, here we go. Get him a little more closer. Oh, I didn't show you guys how to lock in strafe. I don't have time now. I'll explain it to you at the end. It's freaking easy. There we go. We got him. So I'm going to go ahead and start my dot song, and then get on this and pick up my instrument, and my cellos is going to drop, but it's no big deal because I have J-Boots. So I am not like in danger. I don't have to strafe if I don't want to. Now I'm going to do a big loop, because what you don't want to do if they're far away is start to loop in and cut your corner too close, and you'll run right into them and they'll bash you. All right. I'm going to do about right here, and then I'm going to lock in strafe. There we go. Strafe is locked in, so I do not have to hold my buttons or anything like that. Now they should be pretty close behind me. I'm going to go ahead and drop J-Boots. And look at guys, look, I'm not dead. Raptors are not that fast. Okay, now I'm going to concentrate, because actually hitting them, I've tried so many different ways. Um, I'm going to cut in a little closer and a little closer each time until I start hitting, which it should be any second now. There we go. So I'm finding my range now. I want to get them a little bit closer. There they are. Now I'll start swapping. Ooh, that was scary. Get him! Sing harder. Yeah. Do you guys like my songs? I don't think the rappers like my songs. I'm singing Britney Spears, baby. Cut in a little bit close. Well, I'm going to miss that one. Yeah, I'm still not, like, very good at this. I've tried so many different methods to be able to hit every single time. And, I mean, sometimes I can hit just back to back to back, and sometimes I can't. Except for on Denons. The Denons has a longer range to it, but the cellos and chords, it does not. So as I said, you're going to want to practice from your early levels swapping in and out instruments. Gear, you do not need gear to do this, guys. You can do this naked with store-bought instruments. Like, the only thing I would pick up is like the Mistmore drums and crap like that. Like, you do not need like awesome gear to do this. Because if your swarm, if it catches up with you, you're gonna die anyways. See, and I just kind of kite him around these trees. Easy peasy. Look at that. No run speed. I'm not snaring. I don't have J-boot. I have no speed on. So it's a big. It's Raptor Gate, guys. It's Raptor Gate. Raptors are not faster. Like they're not some speed demons. Oh man, how did I freaking only hit that many? It's probably because I'm talking. Yeah, so Raptors aren't some super fast sonic jet mobs. They're freaking like the same speed as every other mob. But how I do it though, I kind of like cast and then I try to slope. I'm using my mouse to turn in, and I I let myself go back out. Then as I'm casting, I'm going to cut back in real slowly, nice and controlled, hit, and then go back out. Now I'm going to come in, cut in a little bit, and then I'm going to go out. I'm going to come in a little bit closer, and then go back out. And that's kind of how I do it. And like, it just takes practice. Like this has been the most frustrating part for me, is like sometimes I can't hit it all, and it might be like latency too. Whoops, I think I have the wrong instrument on. Because, you know, I have crappy internet, so. Cut in. Nope. I only hit like 4. Now it is XP bonus week, so I'm getting 5% of pull right now at 58, which is amazing. Whoops. And as you'll see, when they start dying, there will be no corpses. Uh-oh. I'm going to miss this one by a lot. Ah, no, I got it. And then when it's done, I'll show Corpse All and show you what it looks like. It's just chaos. And we got people dying. And they're starting to die. Yeah, guys, I don't have like super awesome instruments. I do have cello drums because I am starting to learn how to race for ray targets and stuff. So I needed cello drums. I want drums of the beast, but God, they're expensive and they're not easy to get. Maybe if I get my enchanter to 60, I heard enchanters can solo them. So I'm gonna tab, get my next. You know, see what their tel's doing. Yeah, because if you have epic, you can have the epic in one hand and drums of the beast in the other. Okay, I am need to pay attention here. I'm not. There we go. Now I'm hidden. I want to get chords. The cello's chords of cessation is almost as much damage as Denon's and chords of dissonance put together. Almost. Like, not quite, but like close. I gotta pay attention. Now that should be it. There we go. Yep. There we go, guys. Bam. Okay, now we're gonna go. Let me get it up here. Is that High Court Show? Oh, well, they all rotted. Sorry, guys. But, okay, it doesn't matter. Still a good example. Well, if some of the mobs don't have anything on them, then they just instantly poof. But, like, say if you're running by and you'll just, like, go, whatever, loot, and I've done it before, and then you stop, and you hear the coin sound, ching ching, and then you just splat, and you're dead. Yeah. So there we go. That's how it's done. What's my video at? I don't want to make this like super long. We're at 21 minutes. Let me tell you guys how. Here, I'll take off the cellos. How I lock and strafe. And if you're new to barding, you're gonna want to practice this before you try to swarm, because you will mess up and die. But so essentially, what you're doing, if you see how I'm strafe running, you lock this in. So I'm pressing the W and D key because my A and D are not set to right and left. It's set to strafe right and strafe left. So if I press, W and D, I strafe right. Okay, all right. My arrow keys are set to forward, backwards, left, and right. Okay, so when I'm locking it in, it's kind of complicated, but kind of. So when I'm locking it in, I'm pressing W. Now I'm going to hold down both mouse buttons, which locks you in to run forward. Now I'm going to go to my arrow keys and press forward and left while I still have my mouse. I need to turn. Crap. This is stupid. Okay, here, I'll do it again. Okay. So I have both mouse buttons down. I go forward, right. Now with my ring finger, I press enter once, and then enter again, and then I can let my hands off the keyboard. And right now I'm using my mouse to move, and then that allows me to swap instruments in and out and stuff like that, and hit my songs without having to constantly press, your strafe buttons. So here, one more time. So I'm pressing W because I have raptors behind me and they're trying to eat me. I hold down both mouse buttons. Now my arrow keys, I press forward, right, enter, and then enter, and now I'm locked into strafe mode. So that's how I do it. They're like, everybody kind of has their own way to do it, but yeah. Anyways, that's just how I do it. Maybe there's like some awesome way and I just don't know about it. Yeah. But let's see, what else on my bard? Like any little bard like tricks that I've learned. Oh, tracking. So bard tracking is very short. It's a very, very short range. So you can count how many mobs you have in your swarm. Here it doesn't matter because I can only get like 15 mobs. But my tracking window from top right down here to the bottom is exactly 25 mobs. I can fit 25 mob names in my tracking window, and all you do is you just go someplace where there's a bunch of mobs, hit track, and then adjust your window up and down. So then I can say, okay, right here's my 25th mob. I can target that mob and then slide down, so I can get a rough estimate how many mobs were in my track. So resize your track window to exactly 25 mobs. Yeah, I don't know. Just a quick tip that I learned. But what else? I think that's about it for this place and quadding this place. quadding, swarming this place, clearing up all the misconceptions, guys. Raptors are not scary. I always thought they were. It's not. It's easy. It's quick pulls, easy experience, and now I, you know, I have a timer going for 12 minutes, and I can take a break or whatever. But come here, check it out, do some swarms. If you have any questions, hit me up in game on good old 8-track. But what else? I think that's it for me. Not really too much to show on the Bard. Anything else? I mean, I have some, okay gear. Actually, I got a Vindy BP. That's pretty dang good. But like all my other gear, and like that's pretty cool. I got that off of VS. But like all my other stuff is just kind of random, crap here and there. Yeah. Anyways, but again, you don't. If you're gonna swarm, you do not need like any gear at all. You can swarm naked with just freaking vendor instruments. It'll just take a little bit longer. But I'm having fun on the Bard, and I did break off at 50 and group a bunch too, to like actually learn how to play. I'm not great at it, but I'm learning. But yeah, I'm learning. It's just I want to get to 60 because I want to race more, and there's a really good song at 60 that gives you a DA. So, and it's just fun. This is a fun class. It's different for me. But anyways, guys, that's going to do it for me. I'll quit yapping here. I hope it was a good instructional on kind of how to swarm kite this place and the ins and outs, and don't be scared of the Raptors. They're not freaking supersonic jets. They're super easy. Yeah, that's going to do it for me, guys. Thanks for watching, guys. Hope you're having a good week. Hope you're having a good month. Hope you're having a good year. Hit the thumbs up and subscribe and all that jazz. And that's it for me. Peace.